Next, I'd like to call on Clinton McCracken, President of the Classroom Teachers Association.
Thank you. Good evening, Chair Jacobs, members of the board, and Dr. Vasquez. When I asked for this time to be added to the agenda to hear union comments, I mentioned that there may be times the message is uncomfortable. This evening is one of those times. Recently, likely voters in Orange County were asked how things are going with the school district, and unfortunately, the results weren't good. And when we look at what our educators are saying, the message is clear. I'll share some here, but I encourage each of you to talk to them and hear their concerns. The micromanagement and unreasonable workload complaints are at an all-time high. They haven't reduced in the last 2 years, they've skyrocketed. And while we hear the superintendent share that our teacher vacancies have reduced this year, we're hearing from teachers that class sizes have increased dramatically. While I realize the penalty was removed for being above the limit, we must acknowledge massive classes affect teacher workload and morale, as well as student behavior and learning. Some specific concerns regarding micromanagement and general disrespect of teachers include teachers in common planning meetings with multiple district officials sitting behind them with clipboards judging the quality of their conversations. Redundant data collection being required when the information is readily available in reports. Instruction disrupted by multiple walkthroughs a week, and sometimes a day in the same classroom, sometimes with 5 people at a time, including principal leaders and others from the cadre. Facilitated trainings where people are being voluntold to drive from one side of the county to the other. Academic freedom, teacher autonomy, and professionalism being questioned by telling teachers CRMs will be looked for when people come in for the walkthroughs. Teachers being told to model lessons where they have to take time to prepare it, may not feel comfortable, and aren't even given a choice. Principals trying to manage what teachers are wearing every day. Pie charts being developed on how well your school, team, and you as an individual are complying with what they want to see during these walkthroughs. And many other concerns from non-classroom teachers, speech and language pathologists, school counselors, psychologists, resource teachers, coaches, deans, and nurses. Add to all of this an apparent lack of a plan for when we have an emergency at a school where there's no power, no water, no AC, and no flushable toilets. As you can imagine, parents have shared their concerns about this as well. The requirements of this job continually increase, and while teachers keep hearing about the superintendent wanting to take things off their plate, what is really happening is the plate is overflowing. But don't just take it from me. Ask your teachers, talk to them, and not through the scripted thought exchange. Ask them if they feel overwhelmed and micromanaged. Ask those who've been around a while if they feel things have gotten better or worse. Ask them if they feel respected.